welcome back to another episode of Living Room Wisdom, where your story is your glory. I am so excited to be here. Happy New Year! Can you believe it's 2026 already? This is crazy. I feel like 2025 was 12 years within itself. Like, that's what it felt like. It was so incredibly intense. And I don't know if you had the same experience, but if the year is just getting started for you and you're already feeling tired, like you're towards the middle of the year, you're not alone. I'm feeling it as well. And many of the women that I support are also feeling it. It was a tedious year. And then we, of course, go into the holidays where women are expected to carry it all and create beautiful experiences for our friends and our family. And while it's incredibly enjoyable while we're doing it, the aftermath and the recovery is real. Now is the time where we're getting back to work, we're getting back to our businesses and into our daily lives. So my question for you is this going to be the year that you stop over functioning and you start living in embodied abundance? Like, what new choices are you going to make this new year? For myself, every year I have a word and I have an intention, and that's the word and the intention that follows me throughout the year. It's not typically something I go searching for. It's something that's showing up for me, that's calling to me. It's an experience that I'm continuously having. Oftentimes it's a lesson that is being asked to be learned, right? To lean into. So if you are feeling a little bit of that heaviness and maybe even feeling behind here in this new year, I want you to acknowledge that. I want you to acknowledge the pressure. I want you to acknowledge that while everybody expects you to have these new goals and this very clear vision and your new planner and all these expectations that we bring into every new year, it's okay to just pause. It's okay. You're not behind, right? You're just carrying too much. And this is the year that you get to choose to do it differently. So, what I want you to know is that there is another way. You're not unmotivated. You are just depleted. I mean, we as women, we are so overly taxed when it comes to so many areas of our life because we're the ones who everyone looks to solve problems and to kind of hold it together. And so what I want to do is invite you to put yourself back into the core of your life's ecosystem, right? What are the areas in your life where things can be adjusted to really nurture you, your soul, what your soul and your spirit and your body are longing for? What are the areas of your life that you can delegate and leverage other people's time, right? What are the tools and the systems that you can put in place to help you free up some time, free up energy, and make more money, ideally? Right? Because it doesn't have to be mutually exclusive. There is a better way to conduct and live your life that includes being successful and continuing to elevate in whatever it is that you are passionate about doing, while also staying grounded and present in this moment and living your freaking life. It's not one or the other. The truth is, we don't know how long we're going to be here. And it's a blessing that we all woke up this morning and that we lived to see another day, another week, another month, and hopefully another year. But the world is a changing, and we don't know how many tomorrows we have. So I really want to invite you to stop overfunctioning, because overfunctioning is really just an indication of quiet trauma. It's a trauma response. And while it does sometimes make you feel more safe and worthy, or maybe even in control, the truth is that it's eating you up from the inside out, right? High achieving women, we confuse these survival patterns with excellence sometimes. And it's bullshit. It's just not true. Like we are worthy just because, literally just because of all we hold and the roles that we play in so many different people's lives. But then when you add on to it the fact that we are CEOs of companies, on top of raising children and just doing all the things, you really need to have more grace with yourself. You get to have more grace. So, overfunctioning not only is a quiet trauma, but it starts to cost us our life force. It starts to affect our health. It starts to build up. We start to build up resentment sometimes with the people that we're actually serving and supporting and loving on and holding space for. And there starts to we can be at risk of developing a numbness, right? Where we're literally just going through the motions, taking care of all the responsibilities, meeting everyone's expectations, but inside we end up feeling numb. We're exhausted, maybe don't even realize we're exhausted because we're so used to just going, going, going. And when we stop, we often hit a wall. So essentially, when you're over functioning and being in the proving, the performing, the forcing of it all, you end up creating a disconnect from yourself. And that's honestly the saddest thing you could ever do because we really get to build our lives on the foundation of our own needs, our own desires, and what's good for us ends up being good for everyone else around us. So just know that your next level is not going to come from adding more to your plate. Quite the opposite. It's going to come from releasing what was never yours in the first place, right? It's one thing to support other people, but it's another thing to support to the point of our own detriment. So I just want you to bring awareness to where you're overserving, where you're overgiving, what boundaries you can put in place, but more importantly, what systems you can put in place, whether those are people, technology, or otherwise, that will help you to really navigate life in a way that feels more enjoyable so that you don't just appear from the outside looking in to have success, but that you also feel success, feel fulfillment, and feel joy. So that is going to require a little bit of an identity shift, right? It's for the woman who holds everything, the woman who chooses what is hers. You get to make a new decision, a new commitment this year. So, as you know, I am the creator of the Anatomy of Abundance framework. I have the Anatomy of Abundance book out on Amazon and all of your book distribution channels. And the system is a 6-step system, which really releases that scarcity and allows you to function from a place of abundance based on the truth of who you really are. So it goes beyond your roles, beyond your responsibilities, and beyond the expectations of everyone around you. It helps you to reconnect and put in place sacred self-care rituals and times within your calendar so that you can regulate your nervous system, function from a place of abundance and peace and groundedness so that you're not moving into that default system or that default cycle of over giving, overachieving, and over pushing. It also allows you to organize your life in a way and create systems that support your sovereignty. So that could be, like I said, really identifying the areas where you could release the control, where you can create more leverage. Could be financially, energetically, as far as your self care, your soul care. And then also, we talk about in that framework how to move into action with accountability and support. So many of us are suffering from this loneliness epidemic. We're more connected than ever with the internet and social media and everything else. And yet there's so much sadness and loneliness and isolation that we're often feeling, especially as women who are holding it all, right? The shame, the fear of being found out, right? That imposter syndrome. And so we really want to hold you and help you to move into action in an aligned way that is not going to be self-sacrificing. And so, with that, I just want to open up your mind and your heart to the possibility of exploring our Sovereign CEO Collective. This is a sanctuary, this is a container that we've created for you, a container that welcomes all of you, the business conversations, the mother conversations, the self conversations, the love conversations. And it's placed in a container that is guided through the Anatomy of Abundance framework. So, this will bring together the higher laws of mindset, self care, personal development, spirituality, psychology, along with very practical strategies and implementation so that you can actually make change in your life. So, if your body is exhaling even just a little bit while you're listening to this conversation, I want you to know that this Sovereign CEO Collective was built for you and with you in mind. So go ahead and preview the Sovereign CEO Collective. The doors are not quite open yet, but we do have an interest list available at patrinawisdom.com. We'll drop the link down in our show notes, but take this as your sign that not only do you get to choose to do things differently, but that you don't have to do it alone. We want to be on this journey with you. So, with that said, I thank you for joining us on another episode of Living Room Wisdom. Go ahead and subscribe, share your favorite episodes with friends, and we'll see you back next week, same time, same place on Living Room Wisdom. Have a great day.